What's up, Starcraft fans? Today, we're gonna do some Dead of Night. You might be familiar with this happening.
Hunterlings. Those things move fast, and they can jump up cliffs.
I like the sound of I like the fuse.
It's pretty frustrating when Hunterlings on Dead of Night hop up that little high ground thing on player 2's base and then get in his mineral line and then destroy a lot of the workers, and you have to make all that effort to replace them all again. It's not what you signed for. This is co-op. Worker harass isn't supposed to be a thing. But now I'm come to show you the different ways that you can stop them. I'll in fact show how all the commanders can stop the Hunterlings. So let's go ahead and start with Raynor. Okay, so Raynor's gonna have a relatively normal build. You still want to start with a command center first on this, and you might be tempted to like block this whole area with bunkers just to stop the Hunterlings, but that'll probably slow down your income because your SCVs can't quite get to their gases. So what Raynor wants to do here is still get the fast expansion, but prevent the Hunterlings from getting to the space. So what he wants to do is block this high ground area where the Hunterling wants to go. So to block this, he wants to put down a single 2x2 building here. That's what a lot of commanders will want to do, and I'll show how Raynor does it. First, he will get the fast expansion, right at 60 supply as normal, and then he'll continue the build. At 150, 80 supply, he'll start the barracks, and then continue worker production. But once the barracks completes, Raynor will start the orbital command. But now this is the important part. So once the second command center is completed, he loads the SCV that built it. So the reason I built the command center over here is so that the only SCVs it pulls into itself are the ones that is the one that's building it. If I put it closer to here, all these other SCVs will want to go into the command center to get ferried to this high ground. But since I only want one SCV, I built the command center out here in this spot, so that only that one SCV will be pulled in. If the other SCVs are too close, they'll be pulled into this command center, and they'll not be working. So this will minimize the interruption time brought about by the strategy. So after lifting the command center here, I just use the hotkey. There's a hotkey right here to unload all workers. Or I can just click the SCV on here, that'll unload it as well. And then use that SCV to drop a depot. Just drop a single depot. And then click the command center, then load the SCV right away. And then once it's loaded, you just land it where it should be. Like right next to this other command center. After it dropped, yeah. So this thing's gonna drop here. And then resume your normal build. Yeah, start that orbital, and then yeah, build your normal defenses. And then once the Hunterling arrives, it will still try to get up this high ground area, but this one supply depot is gonna block this Hunterling. It will continue to do so until this this depot is not a thing anymore. That's why yeah, this way of doing it will prevent you from taking damage. So you did lose some mining time with one SCV, but thanks to this depot, you no longer have to worry about Hunterlings at all. Your SCVs can keep mining, and you will not have to worry about replenishing the ones that you lose and worry about taking a hit to your income. That is the secret. So now, with that, let us proceed to the other commanders. We have Kerrigan up next. So you start again in this spot. This spot is the one that's vulnerable to Hunterlings. This one can also get attacked by Hunterlings, but they all pass through here. the same path as the rest of the infested, so you'll be able to get in position to block them with your army.
But the infested die on
So the only player who really has to worry about them is the player who spawns in this spot. So the plan for Kerrigan is to instead of getting your fast hatchery, this time Kerrigan will take a hit to our economy because he won't be able to get a hatchery first. I started with an overlord first, and then followed up with 3 drones and then 2 gases right away. The gases are necessary because you will need that to get a fast layer. The fast layer is important because that will allow your overlords to transport workers. So you can see that the first overlord I immediately sent over this high ground area, and the second overlord is waiting here because the overlords will not have speed at that time, and they will need to be as close to their drop-off and poop creeping locations as possible. So you can see I have these workers selected. I have these workers selected because Kerrigan's overlord transport only requires 40 gas if you have that mastery. So Kerrigan has an Expedious Evolutions mastery that reduces the cost of our researches and the completion time. So that's what I used here. You generally want to use that on this map anyway, since Kerrigan is too strong to need the ability damage. So now, as my layer completes, I will go ahead and start the Overlord transport upgrade.
the infested will come knocking on our door.
And yeah, it also completes faster thanks to the Expedious Evolutions mastery. So now you can see that I clicked both of these Overlord, or control click will select all the units of the same type in that area. And then I let them manually spread creep. And then I select this Overlord, loaded a drone, and then started this spine crawler on this on the same spot as the depot. This will actually block the Hunterling. You see, also set up like another random spine crawler here. Started the gas harvesting. Started an evolution chamber. Yeah, same deal as before. You can see that the Hunterlings cannot get on top of this high ground, and it will get burst down by this singular spine crawler. And Kerrigan is free to just kind of walk around here and not get stunned because all your focus is now on this spot. You can see it's starting to flow a bit of money, but you can now focus on Kerrigan and not die. And yeah, get your upgrades, get your macro up if you can afford it. But yeah, it's pretty nice not having to worry about this anymore, despite the fact that they're Hunterlings, because this spine crawler has 2 Hunterling kills already, and you don't even have to look at it, and your harvesting is completely fine. So that is how you deal with this Kerrigan. Protoss commanders will have a bit of a harder time here, not gonna lie. If you're a Protoss commander and you're in Dead of Night and you spawn this spot, you're gonna have to ask your ally for a bit of help. You better hope that your ally will be able to start some defense here. Basically, what you want to do for a Tannis is start cannons. That's all you can do. There's no way for you to send a probe here to start a pylon. That would be ideal. If you can send a probe here to start a pylon, or have an ally start something here, that would be ideal. But it is not an option for you, so all you can do is try to refine your build to, you know, I'm cutting the pylon here. I don't need to build a pylon, so I'm just using the warp gate inside the power field, the projected power field. I don't really need to move it. And just, yeah, get my tech tree going. And just figure out the timings. So, the time to build a forge is right around 45 seconds or something. And another 40 seconds to build a cannon. That's 85 seconds. So if you do some math, you wanna time your build such that you start the forge when there's maybe like 2 minutes left on the clock or something, maybe a minute 30. Yeah, just try to get the forge in time and the cannon in time for when you have the Hunterlings come in your base. So yeah, this time I chose to start the forge at around, well, 1:30. That's probably cutting as close as possible. Yeah, 1:30 before the nighttime begins. And yeah, just continue with your build as usual. The important thing is you want to start your forge, yeah, around that time, 1:30, before before nighttime. I started a pylon in the middle of this. Instead of this building area, I started a pylon in here because I want that pylon power my cannons, and I can just warp in the units in this field. So the forge completes. The forge completes 45 seconds before nighttime. That is perfect if you want to start the cannons right away. But I'll wait a little bit longer actually, because it may not be Hunterlings after all. If it's not Hunterlings, then all the defenses you set up here will be wasted, because they will not be that useful unless you get attacked by regular infested inside the base. So what I do on top of that is I wait until like 10 seconds. I wait until 10 seconds before starting, or 10 seconds on day 1 left, before starting my cannons. Yeah, so right around that time, I start 3 cannons here. So, listen for that sound. If you listen to that really high-pitched like bug sound, that does indicate that it is Hunterlings. So these cannons will be complete in about 40 seconds, so they will be in time to fight the Hunterlings. But if it's not Hunterlings, you can cancel these cannons and get back 450 minerals for your fertile defense. So yeah, that's all you can really do as Artanis. It's pretty much the same for Carax, Phoenix, Alarak, and Zeratul. Yeah, Artanis, Carax, Phoenix, Alarak, Zeratul, Vorazu, the Protoss commanders. Pretty much all they can do is have cannons in time, because yeah, they have very limited options for getting a probe up here. So yeah, if you're Phoenix, you gotta do this basically. It's somewhat easier because you don't need the forge, but you do have to build the first pylon, so it kind of balances out. Just to get a pylon, then do your normal build, then at around let's say 1 minute before the nighttime hits, start a pylon in this same area, or maybe here. This is also fine. But 20 seconds, maybe 20 seconds before nighttime, start the cannons. And if you hear that Hunterling sound, let him finish. If you hear a different sound and you confirm that it's not Hunterlings, you can cancel the cannons and give yourself back the 450 minerals that it costs to build these cannons. That's unfortunate, but as Protoss, you really are kind of screwed here in terms of getting Hunterlings, because you have very limited options for getting it there. Maybe ask an ally to help out. For Swan, it's going to be a little expensive, but worth your while, because you're going to have some lost mining time, but you will still be able to guarantee yourself a perfect defense against the first night Hunterlings. So let's speed this up a little bit. The usual Swan build, just get that fast depot at 14, and then start a factory. Just you can multi-build that if you want. You start your gas. Just do your normal Swan build. Whatever Swan build you have, do it normally. The important thing for Swan is, well, obviously the defense in front is important, but other than that, the important thing for Swan is right around maybe, let's say, 30 seconds before, yeah, about 30 seconds before nighttime. You actually want to load SCVs. Ideally, just one SCV, but you gotta load something into your command center. Then float on over here, and then drop one SCV, just one. Then bring it back. Then send all your SCVs, or send that one SCV to build a depot, just one depot, and land your command center there, and then let everyone resume mining. That's 30 seconds of lost mining time. In the early game, it's 30 seconds of early game lost mining time, so that's big. But compare that to the cost of being attacked by a Hunterling, yeah, it's a lot worse. So you see that instead of a depot, I built a blaster ability. That's also fine. But if you want to build a depot instead, that is also completely fine. You don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about the Hunterlings ever getting up, because this thing will shoot them down. But yeah, depot or blaster ability, can't go wrong with either. So yeah, you can see you also have time to have these turrets in here. That's without cheats, normal Swan build. Just lifted the command center for 30 seconds, then dropped the SCV here. it's 30 seconds of lost mining time. It all depends on you whether you think this is worth your while, but this does save you the headache of losing a lot of SCVs because it's early game Hunterlings. So you make the decision on whether that's worthwhile to you. For some guys it may be worthwhile, for others it may not be because you lose a lot of mining time, but yeah, make the call. It's up to you. For me, I might do this with depending on what mutators there are, maybe. I might try this if I'm on the solo queue, if I can't count on my ally to do anything, like this guy who's not doing anything, Mr. AI, looking at you. But yeah, Swan is pretty good defense anyway, so you can probably hold and just secure yourself a good early game by getting this this thing here and not have Hunterlings barge into your mineral line. Zagar is going to follow pretty much the same pattern as Kerrigan, except it's a little faster because you have double the workers. And yeah, you can just get the gases really fast before you even start your first Overlord. But yeah, same pattern as Kerrigan really. Send your first Overlord here, start spreading creep, saturate the gases early, and then at level supply, get your spawning pool, and then just keep making workers, or yeah, just keep banking money. Once this spawning pool completes, you can start your lair. Yeah, the lair timing is actually pretty important. You want to start your lair as early as you can. This time, Zagar was able to start like 140 or something. Well, that's kind of late, but still not that bad. Then next Overlord will pop out, fly over here, and then you just have to painstakingly wait for the lair to complete. Once that completes, you'll have to spend 100 gas, 100 minerals on the Overlord transport upgrade.
Heads up, commanders.
The reason the Bailing Nest is here is for the first few Hunterlings. You will not be able to stop them, but your Bailing should be. Yeah, you will not be able to block them, but your Bailing should be able to destroy them, because Bailings are still pretty good. You can see the Hunterling will climb up here. Something's heading over there, or not. You can see that yeah, the transport upgrade finished in time, and I was able to send a worker to this spot. Again, I used this Overlord to load, and then I moved over. I flew the Overlord over the cliff, dropped the drone, and it started the spine crawler. And it was actually right in the nick of time. You can see that this Hunterling is absolutely not able to push inside. And as a matter of fact, I'm even able to help this this Phoenix guy save his workers. And as a matter of fact, my Bailings just removed that one Hunterling, and the spine crawler already with a kill. Now a second kill removed another Hunterling. So that's how you yeah, it's pretty much the same idea as Carrigan. Only you have faster economy, but your upgrades are a lot slower. So it kind of balances out. For Vorazu, you can kind of protect your workers a little bit. So what I did here is put a dark pylon right on top of my mineral line. The dark pylon will cloak my my probes. So the Hunterling will still be able to attack them since it is a detector. But the difference is that these probes are now cloaked, which means for Vorazu, they have death recall. So even if they die, they'll just respawn here, and you'll be able to send it back on their merry way on their second life. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal as Vorazu. So yeah, that's the strategy I chose for here. And aside from that, just get your normal build in. Yeah, just get your gases early, and then start a gateway. That's just a gateway. Don't really need anything fancy. And again, the usual timing. Just follow the usual timing for Protoss. Wait for about 1 minute 30 before nighttime before starting the forge. It was just 1 minute 40, a bit early, but it's still fine. I start another pylon here, so I'll be able to help defend this spot. Now start the Cybernetics core as soon as the gateway completes. You just have to be on top of your build, and really, you just have to memorize that the Hunterlings will kind of want to get into your base from this high ground, and you have no way to stop it. You can theoretically drop a dark pylon here to block the Hunterling, but you need vision, and if your ally is not able to provide vision, you're pretty much screwed in that idea. So you're kind of better off if you can't assume that your ally will help you get vision here, then just get the Dark Pala and just get cannons here. So yeah, you can see 10 seconds remaining. Cannons are now starting. That will help protect the mineral line, and yeah, you can see that there will still be a Hunter that will get through. And again, you once again hear that. Just memorize that sound. If you hear that that high pitch scratching sound, yeah, the high pitch bug sound or like high pitch frog sound. Yeah, that sound. That's when you know it's a Hunterling. So you see this Hunterling? It is actually whacking. Oh, yeah, it is a detector. So you can see it did hit a lot of my workers. And yeah, you can see it killed this worker. But this guy just teleported here thanks to Death Recall. So now, these guys all have 2 lives against Hunterlings. And the front, I can still have my Shadow Guard. So now the only build, the only problem remains is whether you can get your build properly. And yeah, start the Dark Shrine, start all your upgrades, and have enough to defend, you know, the rest of the infested. Same deal for Carax, and if you're Carax, you probably deserve to be in this situation. Yeah, if you have, if you're Carax and want to defend, you probably deserve to be in this situation. But still, just start a pylon. I'll actually speed this up. You probably know the drill. You probably know how this works out if you play Carax. You probably queued up this map specifically instead of finding a random map like a normal person. But still, if you want to defend against Hunterlings in time, you want to start a forge relatively early. With like, oh, that was of course a bit late this time. Ah, I remember why. Because Carax's cadence morph instantly or warp instantly, so you can afford to have later cadence. Like you see, I'm still getting my build. There's a pylon here. Yeah, you actually don't need to start these cannons right away. You can wait for the sound alert for the Hunterling first before starting these cannons, so that you can guarantee that you don't, you know, waste the cannons here, like I did. But still, you're safe against Hunterlings, as I will demonstrate. Wait for the Hunterling. See, it's trying to go through here. I even used a bit of Overall Strike to get rid of that one. So yeah, and then all that's left is for you to cannon at the front. If you're playing as Templar Parent, you're kind of screwed here because you don't have cannons. You have units which can also be stunned, so you'll have to be on point with your Orbital Strike for that one. For Phoenix, yeah, just same thing, except you don't need a forge. You just go straight to cannons. Start them earlier if you yeah. For Phoenix, just start the pylon around a minute before the nighttime, and if you hear Hunterlings, or rather, start the pylon a minute before nighttime, and then as the pylon finishes, start 3 cannons. If you hear the Hunterling sound, let them finish. If you hear a different sound and get the confirmation that it's not Hunterlings, let the cannons finish. Or rather, sorry, if you hear a different infested sound and it's not Hunterlings, as you confirm, then cancel the cannons. There we go. For Abathur, you can kind of do the same thing as Kerrigan and Zagar. Just block this high ground with your Overlord pooping and Spine Crawler there. They'll take care of it. But there's an alternative solution. If you're confident in your toxicness baiting, you can get a fast Brutalisk instead of doing all that Spine Crawler macro stuff, and just yeah, just do your usual fast Brutalisk. So put down Toxic Nests here. Start a Spine Crawler as your Roach Warren completes, and then start a Roach so that you'll have B Brutalisk. There it is. You can see right here. Start another worker, and then as the Spine Crawler completes, remember to put all these Toxic Nests in the same control group, and then switch off the manual detonate on the Toxic Nests, so that the units don't, the front units don't accidentally detonate, and make it safe for the units at the back. You want to switch off detonate. You want to switch off the manual. You want to switch off the autocast on detonate so that you can bait them all over Toxic Nest and then explode them all at the same time, guaranteeing maximum damage. So baiting these guys here, you can see I just brought up the control group because I have all 3 Toxic Nests selected. And once you're in position, I just detonate them all. Yeah, if you're confident in your ability to get a fast Brutalisk, you can totally do this style. It is pretty fun, and I can confirm that it is very strong indeed. Then I walk my Spine Crawler in here, or Spore Crawler rather, and you can see there's a Dark Templar back here. You wanna shove for a Dark Templar if you're playing against Protoss, but yeah, you just manually detonate, it'll be fine. Send the Brutalisk over here. Collect that. Put down, yeah, that Toxic Nest. Put down another one over here. And then again, switch off Auto Cast. Then explode all those. Get your Brutalisk. 2 minutes, 30 seconds into the game. Another Roach is making. That'll be my second Brutalisk. I'm just baiting all these guys into my Toxic Nests. Try to make sure that I do have a second Brutalisk in place. To still have something at the front. Now I put them all in the center. And I use the rest of my Toxic Nests up here. Send the Brutalisk up here in case it is Hunterlings. And there's the confirmation. There's the sound confirmation. Now all I have to do is, yeah, as the Hunterling is able to stun. The Hunterling is able to stun the Brutalisk, but not the Symbiote. The Symbiote will still do tremendous damage. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah, you can see it is stunned. It did get stunned, but not permanently. And you will still have that Symbiote to kill off that Hunterling. And I can see second Brutalisk heads up. I just have my other Brutalisk up here. This one Brutalisk can do fine on its own. Do it with Toxic Nest, yeah, just place more stuff there. Another Roach is making my third Brutalisk. Yeah, who needs a Spine Crawler where you can just help your ally get a fast Brutalisk in this? Yeah, you see, 3 Brutalisks before 6 minutes. So, yeah, you can do that style if you're confident. If not, you can still do the Spine Crawler thing. It's still free. It's still there. You can still do it. For Mr. Alarak, you can still do that cannon thing, but you do have an option this time. Because remember, Alarak has War Prisms. So if you're able to rush the War Prisms, you can theoretically get a fast War Prism. You can see I just sacrificed my entire economy. I started with a Pylon before a Probe. Pylon before Probe, and then Gateway right away as soon as the Pylon completes, then Gas. And then wait for the Gateway to complete, you can build workers during that time, and then cut it like 17 supply, 18 supply. And then start the Cybernetics Core as soon as it's gonna be a very tight build if you want to go for that. Otherwise, you can still go for the cannons; it'll still work. But yeah, I'm just saying, this option is out there if you want to. Gas, not really necessary for the build, but it's just a part of my regular build for this. Robo starts as soon as the Cybernetics Core completes. That'll ensure that I'll have the fastest War Prism possible. You can see it's still not enough. Like, the Robo will complete in time, but the War Prism itself will not. So they'll be the first Hunterling that'll land to my base. But the good news is Alarak does have Overcharge. Yeah, start that War Prism right away. The good news is that Alarak will have Overcharge to fight against those Hunterlings, and they will still do pretty well. So I have another 2 Pylons here, ready to intercept the regular attack waves. This Overcharge will be pretty effective against Hunterling, so I can afford to send Alarak out here, just doing his own thing. And when the War Prism completes, I will be able to collect a worker. And then that worker's life flashed before its very eyes. And then, yeah, the Overcharge is still working, and then it just returns the probes where it came from. And then just do your regular build for that. I'm gonna go ascend this game, so yeah, just do that. No, it's gonna be pretty much the same thing as Swan. You wanna rush out your barracks this time, because the barracks is what will allow you to build that railgun turret here. So yeah, same usual build. Nothing very different for Nova yet. But the difference here is that same thing as Swan, you will need to lift your command center, drop an SCV here, and let that build the thing. So you can see, I'll actually, yeah. So this is the relevant part. Everything about this build has been regular Nova so far.
Heads up, commanders. The day's almost over.
Once this SCV emerges, I will be able to gather up that SCV, fly over here, and then just drop a single one. Just drop a singular one, and then fly the command center back. So, yeah, unload all those SCVs. And this to start the railgun turret. You only need the backs for railgun turret, so that's pretty good. Just resume the normal build. It's gonna be the same old Nova from there. Use Nova to defend against the infested, and then use this use this railgun turret. Fight the Hunterlings.
Defensive drone initiated.
Then have you can have a bunch of Marines here with defensive drones fight the infested. But yeah, this turret right here will be just as good as a depot, if not better, because you can actually shoot at the enemy. It's damaging them, but not quite killing them. So you can see the Hunterling was able to get up to attack this SCV because it popped out of the wrong place, but the railgun turret is still doing pretty well on its own. You can see that this Hunterling is almost dead. The SCV is actually undamaged, so it's pretty helpful to have this railgun turret aggroing that Hunterling for me. And this SCV is repairing that, and we'll take the win. Yeah, you can now have siege tanks here rather than it's pretty regular Nova, except you fly your commander. Again, lose 30 seconds of mining time, but guarantee that all these SCVs will live and keep working and not slow down your colony any further. Let's move on. For Stewkov, it's going to be all about getting that fast bunker out. So just 15 workers, and then once you have 15, start an Overlord. There it is. Once Overlord completes, get a few more workers, a lot more workers actually. And then you want to start a barracks pretty soon. Yeah, more workers. And you want to start a barracks soon. So you can see I'm banking. I'm not really concerned about spending the money, because I actually need that bank early game for the bunkers. The bunkers cost 400 minerals each, so I want to have as much money as possible. So yeah, 20 supply. I start another Overdue because the bunkers cost 4 supply each. So yeah, definitely want to start an Overlord as soon as you start a bunker, and then resume making workers. You can see I haven't taken my gases yet because I really need the minerals to build that bunker to have an early game defense. You can see, just start that bunker right away. This bunker will complete in time. It started about 50 seconds before nighttime, and this will be able to shoot down. This will be able to shoot down the Hunterlings that arrive. And I have another bunker starting here. It's put me at 31 supply, and it's overdue. You can see the Hunterling will be able to get on top of this ramp, this high ground, but it will get stopped in its tracks by this piece of bunker right here. It is dealing damage, but it is getting shot at the same time. And these SCVs are Zerg, so they do have a little bit of. They do have a creep heal. Yeah, they do have a bit of creep heal. They will regain their health over time, and just resume your normal Stewkov build from here. Just get use your bunkers, get your upgrades. Same thing. It's really the same thing as Stewkov. Just get a fast bunker here. You just delay your gases, get a fast bunker, then just do your usual thing. It's fine. For the Hawkeye, you'll want to rush out of primal worm. So I started the extractor right away before even starting a worker. Because I need I need to rush out Glevix then. The Glevix that is required for the primal worm. So yeah, I definitely want to rush that out. So saturate that. Start the barracks right here. Then have the Hawkeye do his usual thing. I'm gonna jump him up here, get that to get that stuff. This is just regular Hawkeye stuff, not really part of the plan. But you have to take note of your primal barracks. Once the primal barracks complete, get a start the Levingston right away. That is the critical path of this build. You gotta keep rushing towards primal worms. Yeah, just make sure that you're not gonna get idle time on your build order. So right now the critical path is Glevix Den. Once that completes, I will need to start the primal worm right away. Yeah, start that primal worm right away, and then start Mervor's Den. So once the infested arrive, you'll want to wait for this greater primal worm to be available.
Nighttime, commanders.
So you gotta watch what happens here. So this primal barracks will hold the line for a time. It's not that great, but it's gonna hold for enough time. So once the primal worm completes, it'll shoot down this Hunterling, make it easier for the Hawkeye to devour.
Coming Hunterling.
And then you're gonna have this this greater primal worm available if you did the build exactly as rushed. Again, the build is extractor before anything else, before even a single worker, and then barracks, and then as soon as the barracks completes, get Glevik's Den. Should be available if you saturate your gas right away. And then once the Glevik's Den completes, that'll start the timer for the greater primal worm. So now it's available. I'm gonna use it on this high ground over here, and then I use the Hawkeye to leap up this high ground because this worm cannot fit alongside this greater primal worm. So what I'll do is leap the Hawkeye up here to retain vision of this high ground, and then I'm gonna make the greater primal worm fall back to this spot to help defend, and so my my barracks can sit down and be production structure. And finally, I'm gonna send the regular primal worm to this spot, the same spot as the bunker, the same spot as Spinecrawler, the same spot as the all that stuff, the railgun turret. It's gonna set up here, and the Hawkeye is gonna leap down and resume normal Hawkeye things. You can see, primal worm will in fact stop this Hunterling from getting in. It is derping out there, and it's gonna get shut down by this primal worm. The Hawkeye did get stunned, but the greater primal worm is there to the rescue. And just resume normal the Hawkeye things from there. Should be easy. Should be easy. It's the Hawkeye. You don't lose to the Hawkeye. For Zeratul, you can do the cannons thing if you want. It's still pretty good. But Zeratul has Void Eye, so that's another option for you. Let's see how that works. Rush out the gateway. Resume the normal build. And then workers, more workers. Just chrono boost them out. And then once the passive complete, start the cybernetics core. And then once the just start a couple of embouchures. I'm gonna use an emboucher offensively, so once the core forge completes, we start the constructs facility over here. Meanwhile, this emboucher is just whacking away at this invested building, and the whole thing is just letting this this constructs facility complete, and then getting a fast warp void.
We're almost out of daylight.
Void Eye. Yeah, Void Eye. There we go. Then chrono boost that out. It's not gonna be in time for the first one, but I will have two embouchures to ambush this
Look out for those Hunterlings.
Hunterling.
They're fast, and
So
both
yeah.
can jump.
So you can see, the same thing as before. I set up the warp prism here, or the Void Eye here, and they set up the other Void Eye here. Load the probe in one, unloading the other. Actually, let me show it again. Okay. Resuming. Let's make it slower. So these Void Eyes are gonna set up here. Okay. Yeah, having a bit of trouble controlling this. Set that up there. Load a worker in one Void Eye. Unload on the other.
For those Hunterlings. They're fast,
And then
both
start a
can
cannon.
jump.
Yeah, the cannon will be alright in deflecting that Hunterling attack. And after that, it's just regular Zeratul play from there. This cannon will block the Hunterling. You get your regular Zeratul army, destroy the map, get the fragment that's right here. Yeah, that's right here. Just show it. I guess he wants to whack that first. Like that. Then blink away, and there we go. Just regular Zeratul play after that. Then we have Stet Boy, pretty much the same thing as Kerrigan, except it's faster because of the blue zone. Blue zone is gonna be help. This is gonna help out immensely
Risky to move at
with this
night
build.
with the infested.
Let's just see it in action. Singular extractor, spawning pool, lair. Just get your lair as fast as you can. The normal step build. Just get the lair as fast as you can. Except when the lair completes, don't start the infestation pit right away. You start the ventral sacks for the overlords. And again, put this overlord in position here. The blue zone will help it load faster. Yeah, infestation pit because you still want Super Gary after that. Okay, load the drone, unload, then start the spine crawler.
Nighttime,
It
Commander.
is gonna be just in time. Intercept that Hunterling. Let's see. Yeah, it's for this one you have to be on point with your build.
Those things move fast.
And yeah, this Hunterling is not gonna do anything. It's gonna get killed right here. Good job, spine crawler. And it's just, you know, regular super duper Gary play right here. Just smash that. But yeah, the key is 14 Overlord, and then like gas once Overlord starts, and then saturate that gas up to like 17 supply, then 17 supply spawning pool, and then once the spawning pool starts, you can start another gas if you want to. Just you can have more gas through disposal, and then once that completes, once spawning pool, once you have enough money, start the lair. Once the layer completes, start the ventral sacks right away. That's the most critical part of this. Start the ventral sacks right away, so that your Overlord, to make your Overlord able to carry this worker, and then transform it into a spine crawler. That's really it. Last and probably the easiest is Arcturus. This is gonna be everything here is gonna be a regular Arcturus build, double gas, and then get a barracks. You don't have to change anything until you get, first you start a barracks here for your first 30 mandate, but on your second 25 mandate, you just start a bunker here. That's it. That's all you need to stop the Hunterling. After that, it's gonna be regular. It's gonna be regular old Arcturus. You'll get your fusion core, fast blimp, get like 4 blue vampires and 2 red vampires. Shoot that down. Siege the blimpy boy over here. Get a tank if you want. Yeah, it's gonna be regular old Arcturus. The only thing I did different is I added this here bunker right here. That's gonna stop all the Hunterlings. You can see that can't even get up. That thing can't even. I did not even make any. I did not give any guns on these vampires right here. I did not even get any vampires guns because, like, they don't need it. The Hunterling's stuck over here. You can see I used the Zerg over here, and then pushing alongside my vampires. I even have a Blimpy boy to support. Just with bleeding house. Just keep smashing. Just clean out like this much, like a quarter of the map before first net completes. Pull it back inside. I already have a wall up here. Just oh, load that. Yeah. Get more tanks.
Sure you want to do that at night?
Get more tanks.
Chokers.
Or one more tank, I guess. But yeah, just get more vampires. These guys will try to get through. Oh, it's a choker. I just put a turret up here for vision. Each tank will take care of the rest. Just get more vampires. Just try to max out. Just get more vampires. Yeah. Lift off this factory here so I can push on this side. And just push over here. Just smash this. I had now 2 blimpy boys, so I can like leapfrog them, but I don't really need them. Use the Zerg. Smash this side. Then smash this side. Just get more vampires. Just get more shooty vampires right behind me. And then third night, planning to scramble. I do have a few bunkers up here. That's gonna be loaded. I put 3 more bunkers down here. Refill these bunkers. Set the siege tank on each ramp. That should be enough. Yeah, these bunkers should be enough. They should hold just fine. No mutators here, so Arcturus can pretty much solo this thing without much problem. You don't even need Earth Splitters. You can see I'm not even making Earth Splitters. Stank and just send my vampires right here. Focus it down. Then resume the destroying. Resume the destruction of Amon. Once that's done, I unload all my bunkers. I make all I unload all these bunkers, unsiege all my tanks, and just proceed. Wipe the map clear of Amon. Just shoot them all down. I call another bunker here, another bunker here, and then just finish off Amon. So now I have enough mandate.
Of the day, commanders. It's nearly over.
Alright, I will. Alright. I guess I finished that. I guess I finished that. But yeah, that was how you stop Hunterlings. Arcturus is probably the easiest, but hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea for it, also please leave that in a comment. And yeah, if you have questions about which commanders are best, Arcturus, and which commanders are worst, Protoss, you can ask them. And any specific things about the way I blocked that for Hunterlings. If it's not Hunterlings, a lot of this is kind of unnecessary, but you wanna take that extra precaution just so you don't get all your mineral line smashed by those Hunterlings. I'll see you guys next time.